Hey there, Sharon Hornell here. Welcome to day 29 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. Today, my question is, O stands for what? Well, in the SOAP framework, which we're talking about for the next couple of days, the SOAP framework is the process I personally use and have taught thousands of other people to use to deal with changes and challenges and setbacks and obstacles that hit all of us all the time. And the O in the SOAP framework, which let's see if I can get the whole thing in there, stands for options. Now, options, yesterday when we were thinking about our current story, our current situation, and then our desired story, our desired situation, it created this gap. At least I think it probably did. If you've already got exactly what you want in an area or of your life, then there isn't a gap between where you are and what you want, right? But most of us want more all the time. We want something different than we have, or something better than what we've already achieved or have in our life, in every area and aspect of our life. So yesterday I started thinking about, I've got an upcoming heart surgery, and I thought, okay, what's my current situation? What's the current story I'm telling myself about this heart surgery? Well, I've been through it before, and I survived, so I've got some experience with it, and I guess I tell everybody and I tell myself I'm not worried or nervous at all about it, but I probably am a little bit, because whenever you have any surgery, whenever you have any major surgery, there's possible consequences, right? So I want to go from feeling any nerves or any anxiety or any doubt, worry, or fear around this upcoming experience to my desired state is that I go through the surgery, no big deal, 100% confident that everything will be fine and it'll be easy and I will have a quick recovery, etc. So there's a gap between where I am right now and where I want to be, right? And before the surgery and then after the surgery, I want to be good as new and awesome and not have a long recovery. And I thought of a whole bunch of questions that I have that I haven't thought of before, because it's always been, well, it's going to be 9 years down the road, you don't have to worry about it. Well, now it's 13 years later, and this year sometime I'm going to have this heart surgery. So I'm lucky in that I've gotten a whole lot of extra years out of my internal cardiac device. But that's the situation that I am soaping as we go through the SOAP framework this time. And it's one that's big enough that I don't want to just do automatically. I want to actually consciously think about and plan and use the framework to make sure I have the best possible outcome, right? Some things we just let happen automatically. Other things, using the process because it's installed in my subconscious now. But other things, I want to pull it up and I want to go through it step by step and think about it. And we're going to do that every month this year, because I think it's that important that we all have tools in our toolbox that make our life easier. And this is one that's made mine and thousands of other people's lives super duper easy. So I want to teach it to you. So O stands for options. Now we have to keep in mind that a lot of times as humans, we will think that we only have one or two possible alternatives or ways to fill that gap or solve a problem. If we look at the gap as the problem we're trying to solve, the O, the A, and the P of the framework help us to do that. The first thing we need to do in order to start filling that gap, solving that problem for ourselves, is ask ourselves what is possible, what could be possible. And today the tool we're going to use is brainstorming. Now, they're teaching brainstorming in grade school now. My 7-year-old granddaughter has already had it since kindergarten. So I suspect that most people have heard about brainstorming, know how to brainstorm. Basically, you just sit down and you think about, you don't have to sit, you can do it when you're walking, whatever works for you, but you start thinking about possible ways to begin solving the problem. Maybe one step, one action isn't going to get you from where you are to where you want to be, the seed current to the desired state, but you can still put it on the list, because maybe 2 or 3 small actions will solve the problem, will fill that gap for you. So today what we're going to do is we're going to think about this current and the desired situation that you thought about yesterday as part of the S of the SOAP framework. And today we're going to brainstorm 10 different possible things. Some can be big, some can be small, some can be outrageous things that you would absolutely possibly never do. But maybe one of mine would be have somebody else to have the heart surgery for me. That's impossible, right? Or, create a robotic, so I don't know. There's all kinds of outrageous high-tech ideas we could put on the list to make us feel better, but also to expand our possibility thinking in terms of what could be used to start filling that gap. So 10 things, write them down. If you're brave, share one. We're going to pick 3 tomorrow as part of analyzing and the A in our SOAP framework and determining what we're going to take action on. But today, just start to think of any type of thing you could do to start to fill that gap. That's it. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.